Hi all, welcome to another session of ESI Business Use Case webinar series. Thank you all for registering and joining with us today. In our today's session, we would like to demonstrate EasyStepIn's end-to-end vendor management automation solution using Dell Boomi. I'm Shalini Eralla, the Director of Business Operations from EasyStepIn. With me, I have Mr. Pawan Kumar, the CEO and founder of EasyStepIn. To give a brief about our company, EasyStepIn is an iPaaS solution provider company. We support end-to-end digital enterprise connected services. We started our journey in 2016 and serve nearly 19 clients. We are experts in iPaaS and provide services for different iPaaS tools like say MuleSoft, SAP CPI, Workato, Siligo, etc. And also we are experts in AML, IoT and blockchain technologies. Here are the list of partners and few clients which we have served. We are also Boomi's authorized partners. I now request Pawan to give a brief about iPaaS and Dell Boomi.
Thank you, Shalini. Thanks for joining with us. So we would like to share our business experience in the form of a webinar series. So this is our third webinar. So what is iPaaS? So iPaaS is a integration platform as a service, so which helps for any organization digital connected enterprise journey. So such as you will be able to connect social, mobile and web and also IoT and blockchain, so many more with the help of digital connected enterprise. So DC really helps for any organization journey to get better outcomes. So DC provides various methodologies where you can exchange the data across different methodologies or different systems between your on-premises to cloud or cloud to on-premises or cloud to cloud or on-premises to on-premises. So one of the iPaaS provider in the world, which is Dell Boomi. So Dell Boomi is a fast fully on-demand H1 cloud integration platform which supports end-to-end digital connected enterprise services. And Boomi has various technology landscapes, such as it will support integrate, exchange, mediate, hub, and flow. So what is the meaning of integrate? Integrate is a platform where you can integrate between or data transfer between one application to another application. It might be a cloud to cloud or on-premises to on-premises. We also call it as application to application integration. Exchange. Exchange is a platform where Boomi supports the traditional business to business integrations, which means you can transfer the data across the organizations or between multiple organizations. And Boomi supports various EDI standards such as X2L, EDFACT, HL7, and etc. API or mediate, so which is a powerful platform in Boomi. So you can create real-time integrations with the help of API management. And Boomi fully supports microservices architecture, where it has different methodologies or different options where you can build API gateways, and also you can support custom authentication sources using authentication broker, and also you will be able to build your own developer portal, which gives more freedom to give a microservices architecture. Hub is a place where you can do a data governance or data manipulation rules. So once you have a purified data, you can store the data as a golden record. In Boomi terminology, golden records are the purified data. And once you have that data, you can sync across multiple applications. It's a single platform for all your data data governance data. It's a governance data or golden data. And also you can manage with the data. That management supports in the form of master data management. And flow is a business process automation which helps low-code workflow. Low-code workflows you can build for your mobile or web applications. So let's say an example, you have a manager and employee. You can create a timesheet. It will automatically process through using a low-code platform, and you can connect a number of backend applications using Boomi Flow. So, having said that, Dell Boomi is a unified platform to do all these social, mobile, IoT, blockchain, and also cloud, and also your custom apps.
Thank you, Pavan. So, coming to the business requirement here is to provide an efficient solution for vendor management activities of a company, say like vendor onboarding or offboarding, data synchronization with multiple end applications, timesheets, raising invoices, making payments, payment confirmations, settlements to the vendor on resource termination, etc. We need an unified solution that automates all this process. For people who are wondering about who is a vendor, so vendor can actually be of different types, like say staffing, hardware providers, software providers, etc. So to explain this in brief, let's see staffing vendors and CWFs. So under employees, we have employee, intern, seasonal, and experts. And under CWFs, we have OSPs, individual contributors, agencies, and outsourcers. So the CWFs are the employees of the staffing vendor companies. They are sent to a different company to work. So these vendors enroll with other companies to be informed with requirement and also to provide their eligible resources when required. So, for example, say EasyStepIn have got a project requirement on MuleSoft for 10 resources, right? So, at EasyStepIn, we have only 5 MuleSoft resources and we need 5 more. So, we approach the vendor companies that are already onboarded with us and we interview the resources and allocate them to the project. So, they will be on the payroll of the vendor company but work for the requirement at EasyStepIn, right? So the challenges in the existing solution is that there is no unified solution to manage data across all the various end applications. Adding and removing a vendor was very difficult. Effective error handling for all the failed transactions. The execution time was very high, and there were also data synchronization issues. So we at EasyStepIn have proposed a unified solution using Dell Boomi. Let's now see the architecture diagram. So as already said, we have different functionalities in this project. So we have different flows for different functionalities, like say one for vendor onboard, offboard, one for invoices, one for purchase orders, etc. So this is the architecture diagram for vendor onboard, offboard. So the request for vendor onboard, offboard can come from different sources, say like VMS UI, external applications, and Slack bot, etc. So we get the request here, and based on the vendor type, that is say staffing, hardware provider, or software providers, the data is routed to the various applications here. Say for example, if vendor type is staffing, the data is sent to SuccessFactors, Salesforce, Jira, Workday, and NetSuite. And if the vendor type is hardware provider, the data is sent only to Salesforce, Workday, and NetSuite. API is triggered and validates the timesheets, billing, etc. by checking the data in Workday. QuickBooks. Payment through QuickBooks to the vendor, and a confirmation also is sent back. So in case of any failed transactions, they are stored in the Atom queue. So we have a separate integration that pulls records from Atom queues, and they are reprocessed just by correcting the data. So with this, we can actually achieve zero data loss, right? So we have the complete logic that is required, and let's now see the Boomi process flow and the structure. We have only given the skeleton of the process here and have not configured anything. So due to time constraint, we have already recorded the session and we are playing it now.
Browser, I'll say platform.boomi.com and I'll be logged on to this homepage of Dell Boomi. So as I said earlier, you don't need to install any software onto your system. You just have to say platform.boomi.com, provide your credentials, and you'll be logged on to Boomi. So here you'll be able to see the different services that are offered by Boomi: integration, master data hub, API management, and flow. So talking about integration, I already have opened that here. So integration is where we develop our processes to move data between your on-premise and cloud applications. So here you'll be able to see different folders. So we have different folders for different projects. Here you'll be able to see business use case, under which we have vendor management automation. So I'll expand this. Here you'll be able to see API services, common components, and integrations. So API services is where we have all the different APIs that are exposed, and common components. So these are some of the best practices that are provided by EasyStepIn. So in the common components, we have common connections. So these are reused across all the processes, and common error framework, which is reused across all the processes. And under integrations, if you see, as said, the business use case have different functionalities like vendor onboarding, invoices, purchase orders, etc. Right? So we have each folder for each functionality. So let me open vendor onboard offboard process. So here, if you see, this is just a layout at a high level. I have not configured anything. They have exposed this as a service. This receives or listens for requests. So once you get a request for vendor onboard or offboard, it routes the data based on the vendor type. So vendor types are three different here: staffing, assets provider, and software provider. So if it is equal to staffing, the data gets replicated for different end applications here. And if it is equal to assets provider, we have three different end applications. And for software providers, we have two different end applications. So data gets replicated here. Common error handling. Okay? And we have different processes for invoices, for example. So I have that open here. So even this has been exposed as a service, so that receives a request, and this looks up data in the database and validates it with Workday, and the payment will be initiated using QuickBooks, and the confirmation mail will be sent. So again, we have the common error handling here. So this way we implement different processes, different functionalities using Dell Boomi processes.
Yes. So these are the different data process and applications that are used. Coming to the business outcomes, with this design approach, the development time was reduced drastically. They were able to have efficient results with less resources and within very less time. They could also easily manage trusted data across all different end applications that they were having.
Coming to Boomi implementation standards, as I showcased in a demo, so we usually support enterprise standards, and we help our customers to utilize better exception handling, and also we'll provide effective documentation. We support end-to-end lifecycle of test cases, and we support runtime engine, where which type of runtime engine you have to select. It might be Atom or Molecule or Atom Cloud, depends on the customer business and customer data load we can propose. So as we have a different pre-built integrations or pre-built approaches, like let's say exception handling like that. So we help our customers to save their time and money, where they can directly utilize our existing approaches, and or we can customize according to the customer needs. So in that way, we can help our customers in terms of especially time saving and also cost saving. So as EasyStepIn is committed towards customer success, we are always happy to support in all aspects. So in order to prove our capabilities, this is vendor management automation is one of the business capabilities that we discussed today. So now it's time for Q&A. If anyone has any questions, please chat in Q&A session or raise your hand. One of the question posted by one of the member, do we have live working demo? So as we implemented for our customer purpose, complete VMS automation approach, we don't have a live demo right now, but we'll be able to showcase in terms of common approaches where we have ready-made live demo available. But VMS is in our upcoming plan. We are going to showcase a live approach. We're happy to help you. Any other questions that you have? Okay, don't have any questions? Yeah. So I would like to thank each and every team member who is part of this VMS project for our customer success. Especially I would like to thank Vijay Lakshmi and Saiteja Ari and Srilata and Tejeshwari for their efforts. So you can reach out to us, our India office, our USA office, or we can connect through LinkedIn. So once again, thank you so much for your participation. We are always happy to share our experience. And please register for our next webinar, which is on July 15th, 7 to 8 p.m. IST. The topic would be the EasyStepIn's effective data sync approaches to help utility customers using Dell Boomi and Salesforce CRM tool. It's one of the best customers for us. We are going to share that business use case. Once again, thank you so much for your participation and time. Thank you.